Test. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, welcome. It's a lot bigger crowd than we expected. It's awesome. So, thank you all for coming. I mean, the enthusiasm out here. I've been to a lot of motorcycle events with Honda, and this is pretty incredible out here, what you guys do with your bikes and the culture you've created. It's fantastic, so it's neat to come see. We have a couple of things that we want to show you here tonight. We thought this would be a good place to do it. It kind of fits in with a lot of the things you guys are doing, and we think you might like this stuff. I know there's a lot of rumors out there about what we're going to show you, so we'll see if those rumors are true. I don't know if you can see through this or not. We'll move that. But first, I want to give a big thanks to Greg and Kevin with Mnntbhx. These guys, they put on a fantastic event here, and I want to bring Kevin up. He can go around this way, crawl up, and he wants to say a few things here, kind of kick off, but thank you.
Hey, thank you everybody for coming out. The support has just been overwhelming for Greg and I. We just can't thank you enough for supporting this event and supporting us. And we'd like to thank Honda for supporting us as well and embracing what we're doing here. So I'd like to go over just real quick what our weekend plan is, so everybody kind of knows what we've got going on. We do have the charity raffle. Everybody saw our tent up front. You may already have tickets for that. We'll be selling tickets through roughly 4 o'clock tomorrow. A lot of good prizes, bikes, and parts packages. We also will have all-day vendors set up Friday and Saturday. We have a poker run and stuff going at SMOC Saturday evening. But the big thank you is to Honda for choosing this event to reveal these bikes. It's just it's mind-blowing to me. It's just super cool. So I'm happy to be a part of it as well. Thank you guys again.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, these guys have been working on us for a couple of years to come here, so they have been relentless. So we're glad to be here, though. One of the things he didn't mention, that raffle bike is pretty cool. It's actually Mark Marquez's pit bike that he used in Austin at the MotoGP. So every year we give him a couple bikes. They ride him around the pits. I think he's autographed it, and so it's pretty neat. So what Greg and Kevin have done is fantastic. That kind of enthusiasm is just infectious, and it's kind of what's been created here. We have another gentleman here. I'm going to call him out, Eric. You may know him as Photogrammer. He's got a little project he's working on that he wants to. Oh, look at that! I can't do that. All right. So, why don't you tell them what you two, Wally and Eric, have going on this summer? So I'm just going to hand this to you.
Hey guys, so we're going to San Francisco, and then go ahead, clap. All right. So if you didn't see the video, we're going to San Francisco. Honda is hooking up with 2 free grounds. So shout out Honda, clap. Yeah. Wally is a young college, almost grad. So I needed somebody to go 3,000 miles across the country with me, pick this gentleman here. At the end, he gets to keep his Grom. At the end, I'm gonna give the Grom away. So we're gonna build it up. Stop to nod. Season 2 is gonna kick off. You hear that noise? That's nervous. This is weird. I do this like on the vlog, and then I put it out there, and I'm talking in front of you guys. This is weird. All right, anyway. So we're gonna build it up, give it away. Along the route, we're gonna be driving these Groms. They should make it, hopefully. If not, we got Honda support. Okay, the Groms are gonna make it. We should make it. He likes the wheelie, so we're gonna try to keep it down. So that's it. So if you guys haven't followed along, kicks off July 7th in San Francisco. Colin's gonna drive them up. We're doing a big event there. I don't think there's too many people from San Francisco here. Anybody? Okay. Good. We'll see you there. That's it. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thanks, Ed.
I gotta try something here. Hang on. All right, everybody. What? This side of the room. All right. I think I'm going to turn this over to Colin here. Colin works in our press group. Colin races a Grom.
I do, yeah.
Yes,
I have a Grom race
and,
bike, mini moto racing.
And he's going to give you a little, oh, I'm supposed to do a little history first. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the history. So you know, Honda's been making small bikes for a long time. So we've been in this country since 1959, and we got our start making small bikes. So came over here with the Super Cub, and the market here at that time was, you know, a lot of big bikes. It was a lot more hooligan. You were an outlaw, and Honda came in with their "You Meet the Nicest People," and really kind of changed the face of the market and brought a whole new generation of riders in. And that's kind of what's going on now. Over the years, that generation, the baby boomer generation, has grown up with motorcycles. It's gone into a lot of different niches, although I'm seeing the demographic is pretty wide here. So I'm thinking for some of you, this might be a second bike. So, or third or fourth. And, but along the way, the small bike kind of got lost, the beginner bike. And so it's kind of a reset right now. There's a lot of small bikes out there, which is really fantastic to see. You know, with the Grom, there's a lot of other competitors coming in. That's fantastic because it just elevates the whole sport, brings new people in, so it creates competition. It's really fantastic. And I think what we're going to see here, Colin's going to take you through a little bit, and we'll start pulling some covers off.
Yeah, definitely. So to kind of touch a little bit on what Lee said is when in the 60s, bikes had a really bad reputation, and Honda came in 59 and really set about to change that completely. And to do that, we had our nicest people, You Meet the Nicest People on a Honda campaign. And so we basically spearheaded that campaign with the Super Cub. So that bike was really kind of became a pop culture icon because it was no longer a bike that you had to be a bad biker to ride it. Anybody could ride it, you know, from a college kid to a mom to anybody just wanted to take it anywhere. And you really, I mean, Beach Boys made a song about it, Little Honda. It really evolved and eventually became, the Super Cub is actually the highest selling motor vehicle, period. Everything. Last year it celebrated 100 million. So, I mean, you talk about a bike that's really kind of iconic and taken that kind of small bike mentality, but for everyone kind of campaign to the next level, that's the bike to be. So kind of with that, we would really like to show you kind of our first bike.
You want me to pull this on?
Let's pull it off, might as well. So we have the all new Super Cub. So you can really see that appearance-wise, it really takes on the heritage of the old model. But underneath, you have a completely modern motorcycle. It's a 125cc, fuel-injected. You have disc brakes with ABS as a standard, all LED lighting. So it takes, you know, what is kind of the Honda's core heritage and brings it into the modern era.
So 125, same engine as the Grom?
Pretty much. I mean, other than it does have a centrifugal clutch, so there's no clutch lever, but you still have a shifter. But I mean, aside from that, you're looking at a real similar engine.
Yeah, and we're going to let you guys come up here after we're done and get a closer look at this, but it's also got a smart key, and it's a pretty neat operation,
Yeah,
so there's a lot of cool stuff on this motorcycle. What else, Colin? Come on, there's got to be more.
I know that you guys are itching to see what's under the other one, though. Yeah? All right. So, before we pull it off, I got to tell you a little bit about the history of that bike, because before, maybe a few months ago, I didn't even know what history was about. So this next bike actually started off as an amusement park ride in Japan. So it literally did. So they started off and they made this little bike to cruise around to kind of celebrate, you know, the joy of riding and motorcycles. And it was so popular, they began to sell the bike. And it gained in popularity so much, they put lights on it next. And then we brought it to the US, and it was even, you know, grew in even more popularity. Anybody can ride it. It was small enough to put in your car, it folded down. So we eventually put lights on it. Eventually it went from like a solid chassis, we put twin shocks on it, and it really kind of became this iconic mini bike. And so it evolved into, you know, dirt bikes and little C50s into the future, but really, we really wanted to kind of celebrate Honda's heritage. We've seen what the Grom has become, and I think that this is couldn't be any more perfect time to show off this bike. So, without further ado.
The all-new monkey.
So, as you can see, similar with what we did with the Cub, we kept the original kind of soul of the monkey. You had, you know, a metal tank with a premium paint job, the retro emblem, high fenders. You have, you know, all the chrome on it, but then you have the dual shock. But then at the same time, we kind of gave it the modern feel. So it is a 125cc engine, basically the same thing as you have on the Grom. And you know, you got disc brakes, optional ABS, but still keeps kind of that, you know, you got the dual shock, so it's still the retro feel and retro style. Yep, it is a clutch. It's basically the same engine as the Grom, so 2-valve.
All right. When's that coming, Colin?
So the Monkey we're going to see in like late September, early October in the US. It'll be at the dealers.
Yeah. Do we have SRP
You
yet?
have the two colors. You've got the yellow, and then there's like a kind of a candy red too. Yeah. The Cub? $35.99.
$39.99. $39.99 standard and $41.99 with ABS. All right. What else? So we're going to let you guys come up here.
Well, actually, we're going to pull them down below.
We're going to pull them down below.
Yeah. You guys can
So you don't fall off the stage. But we're really excited about this. I think this is the, you know, the beginning of a new push for us in terms of small motorcycles. Wow, you guys are
Hold on,
excited. This is
wait.
great.
Before you guys leave tonight,
We got a couple things. Hold on, we got some gift bags for everybody here. So we're gonna be, these two people over here, you can mob them, the tall guy in the glasses and Junko there, Bradley and Junko, right over by this door. We have a gift bag. But we're also gonna be over at the visitor center in our truck. We'll have refreshments, we'll have snacks, place to sit in the shade, talk bikes, whatever you want to do.
Free shit.
So
We got free beer.
let us roll them down here.